Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to the Universe Mode, and this, which is episode number 9 of the Global Force Wrestling brand. So let's have a quick look at the card we have set for you tonight. We're going to start off with Jack Evans taking on Low Ki. Johnny Gargano will then take on Angelico. And finally, our rivalry is going to kick in for Global Force Wrestling. This is the first week they're actually going to be kicked in. We're going to start off with Nakamura taking on Hiroshi Tanahashi. Finn Balor will take on AJ Styles, but we've also been building that one ourselves, and that's a submissions match. And then our main event this evening, we'll see ZACK Sabre Jr. take on Matt Jackson. So without further ado, let's get straight into our first match of the evening. So as I said, our first match will be Jack Evans taking on Low Ki. And we are underway with our opening match here this evening. Low Ki with the early clothesline, the spinning kick. Now Jack Evans throwing Low Ki into the corner, follows it up with that running kick. And that spin kick. Both these guys are, well, especially Low Ki, are known for his strikes. I think Jack Evans is known more for his cockiness more than anything really. He's got the breakdancing style. Low Ki brings Jack Evans back to his feet. Jack Evans now bringing Low Ki to a seated position, then drop kick to the face. Jack Evans now throwing Low Ki into the corner. Tried to follow up with a clothesline, but Low Ki reversing, throwing Jack Evans into the corner, then hits him with a forearm. And now just a kick to the face of Jack Evans. And Low Ki with that running elbow drop. Jack Evans with the front chancery, and then the boot to the stomach. Comes springing off the ropes as the drop kick to the side of the head of Low Ki. Low Ki has been on a great vein of form of recent. Defeated quite a lot of people that are put in front of him, but unfortunately he was given a chance against Kenny Omega for the Junior Heavyweight Championship and was beating in that situation. Really hoping to rebuild his momentum with a victory here against Jack Evans. Jack Evans has not had a lot of singles opportunities so far in this Universe Mode. He's had a couple of tag matches here and there. As Evans just throwing Low Ki to the ground now. Jumped off of that senton, then followed up with his springboard splash. And there's a Lucha Libre style bulldog. Jack Evans turning Low Ki over, and there's a standing corkscrew moonsault. Gonna go for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. Low Ki kicks out at the last possible second. And Jack Evans with a sunset flip power driver. The Canadian Destroyer, if you will. Jack Evans, that's got to be all now for the pin. 1, 2. Only 2 count. Low Ki kicks out again. What is Jack Evans going to have to do to keep Low Ki down here? Well, he takes out the back of the knee. Going to go for another pin. 1, 2. Again, Low Ki kicks out. Low Ki thrown into the turnbuckle. Sorry, Jack Evans thrown into the turnbuckle by Low Ki. Jack Evans comes with that running Meteora. Low Ki with a punch to the stomach as he makes his way back to his feet. Oh, great kick to the back of the head by Low Ki. Pulls Jack Evans in, going for the pin for himself. 1. Only a 1 count. Oh, Ki's got Jack Evans up in the Ki Crusher and hits it. Low Ki hits the Ki Crusher on Jack Evans. Maybe have left it a bit too long here. He's going to go for the pin finally. 1, 2. Again, only a 2 count. Low Ki just left it a bit too long there. Hit the Ki Crusher and may have left it about sort of 5-10 seconds before he finally went for the pin. If he'd pinned him straight away, I imagine he may have got the pin there. Low Ki just bringing Jack Evans down off the top. Go for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and that's all. Jack Evans climbed to the top of the turnbuckle. Low Ki caught him and just threw him down to the mat. And that was enough to finish Jack Evans off. There was the standing corkscrew splash. This is the Ki Crusher. I thought that could have been it, but Low Ki just spent a bit too long dawdling before he went for the pin. Only a 2 count. I don't know if it's going to show us. I don't think it is, no. Jack Evans had made his way to the top of the turnbuckle. Low-key caught him, threw him down to the mat, and with the damage already sustained by Jack Evans, Low-key managed to keep him down for the 3 count. Low-key rebuilding his momentum after his loss against Kenny Omega in the junior heavyweight championship match. We'll definitely be looking at another opportunity in the near future. So match number 2 of the evening is Johnny Gargano taking on Angelico. And here we go. Angelico, of course, one half of the former Global Force Wrestling Tag Team Champions, along with his partner Justin Gabriel. Lost the belts a couple of weeks back now to the Young Bucks. Be hoping to get another opportunity at that. Also, Johnny Gargano is part of the Best Friends faction, along with Trent, and hopefully, if I can find a core for him, Chuck Taylor will be joining that group as well. I really like Johnny Gargano's attire, actually. I think it looks really good. It looks exactly like his real attire, which I'm really happy about. I do like Johnny Gargano as well. I think I may try and push him a little bit higher up the card. I think he can hold it in the ring with the likes of your Okadas and your Nakamuras. He's making short work of Angelico here with those drop kicks. But Angelico with a drop kick of his own. Just stomps on the mat by Angelico. Brings Johnny Gargano to his feet. Russian leg sweep by Angelico. Gargano fights Angelico off. And it follows up with that round the world neck breaker. And an elbow drop as well to the ground in Angelico, who's now back to his feet but gets knocked straight back down with that single leg drop kick. And a standing shooting star press as well by Gargano. Angelico fighting back. I have recently seen, actually yesterday, that Angelico has been named for, I think, the next 2 Pro Wrestling Guerrilla events, which I think are going to be fantastic, especially the Battle of Los Angeles. Quite a few of the Lucha Underground stars have been named for that, but Angelico would be a great name to have in there. I can just imagine what he's going to be able to pull off in that small, cramped arena. Gargano with a Gargano escape. Locked in the Gargano escape, but Angelico's pretty close to the ropes, but Gargano just trying to use his foot to hold Angelico back. Angelico finally reached the ropes though. Angelico now with that Tornado DDT spiked as well. Bringing Gargano back to his feet. And catches him here in that shoulder breaker. 1, 2. No, that was 2. I thought it was 3. It was very close. There's Angelico with that. I don't even know what that's called. It was almost like a face buster. If you know what that's called, please let me know, because I've seen a few of the guys using it now. But that's got to be all, isn't it? Yeah, that's the 3 count. Angelico defeating Johnny Gargano here with that mystery move, which quite a few of the guys on the game seem to have. Here's that shoulder breaker, which I thought could have been all anyway. But that was only for a 2 count. And here he goes. He gets him up in a gut wrench onto the shoulder. Then just turns him over and drops him face first onto the mat. 1, 2, 3. Angelico rebuilding his momentum. As I said, lost the Tag Team Championships a few weeks back to the Young Bucks. Trying to rebuild his momentum. I'm sure Justin Gabriel will be doing the same thing as well. Sorry, I keep calling Justin Gabriel just incredible. I've done a lot of CZW recording over the weekend, and Just Incredible has been a big part of that. Not just for the tag team, of course, Angelico. A victory like this will definitely boost his singles career here in the Global Force Wrestling brand as well. So match number 3 this evening is Shinsuke Nakamura versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. The two guys meet in the middle of the ring, shaking hands. Great show of respect for the two guys here. Very Ring of Honor influenced, if anything. It's going to be a great match, this one. I can just feel it now. As they lock up finally. Nakamura throwing Tanahashi into the corner. Now there is that knee to the face of Tanahashi in the corner. And now just a stomp to the back of the leg. These two, of course, two of the biggest names in NJPW. You can see why. Both incredibly talented individuals. There's Nakamura joining Tanahashi on the outside on the apron. What's he going for here? Oh, it's a spiked DDT on the apron. Tanahashi goes down hard. He looks down and out here. Oh, just to say that, he makes his way back to his feet. A complete no-sell by the game. There's Tanahashi though with the full Nelson slam on the outside. And again, just Nakamura making his way to his feet like nothing happened. Nakamura thrown back into the ring. Tanahashi up on the apron to join him. Tanahashi catches Nakamura on the top rope there. Nakamura just slapping that dropkick out of the air. Just trying with these strikes now. Kicks inside the leg and the punch, but he comes running towards Tanahashi, who catches him in the drop toe hold. Now spins him around and whips him into the corner. Face first he goes. There's a lovely German suplex on the way out. And that's my phone battery dying. Apologies if you heard that. As Tanahashi locking in the cloverleaf. Nakamura's got somewhere to go to reach the ropes. Tanahashi has the cloverleaf locked in. Breaks the hold though. Must think he's done enough damage. Oh, what a super kick out of nowhere from Nakamura. What a beautiful super kick. That was out of nowhere by Nakamura. Tanahashi's back to his feet though. And there's that backdrop. Nakamura fighting his way back to his feet. Get a round the world neck breaker. Nakamura brings Tanahashi back to his feet. Has him up in a gorilla press. And just drops him flat on his face. Now rolls him over. What's he got planned here? Well, he's got the arm locked. That's almost like a triangle choke. Like the Hell's Gate from The Undertaker. Nakamura has that locked in. Drops Tanahashi off. Must have thought he did enough damage again. But back in Seguri by Nakamura. Nakamura throwing Tanahashi into the corner. Following up that dropkick. Tanahashi managed to avoid it. And hit a diving forearm. Now just throwing Nakamura into the corner and hitting another German suplex. Rolling him over, going for the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Nakamura kicks out. Dragon screw by Tanahashi on Nakamura. Now bringing him back to his feet. What's he got planned here? It's another German suplex. This time bridge into the pin. 1, 2, 3, and that's all. Great German suplex by Tanahashi. Finishes Nakamura off here with the bridge and pin. This is that really early knee. Could have knocked Tanahashi clean out with that. This was the strikes by Nakamura. Obviously a big highlight, a drop toe hold. This is when Tanahashi locked in the cloverleaf submission. And this is the pin. That only ended in a 2 count. And there was the German suplex bridge into the pin. Fantastic victory by the veteran Hiroshi Tanahashi. Beautiful German suplex. He took Nakamura to Suplex City there, if you will. I hope this is not the last time we've seen these two guys in the ring together, because they have some fantastic chemistry. And as they showed before the match, Some great respect for each other too. And surely that respect can only grow from this victory. So match number 4 is going to be Finn Balor taking on AJ Styles in a submissions match. And here we go. A rival we've been trying to build on our own as much as we can. But now finally the game is going to help us. Finn Balor and AJ Styles. The current leader of Bullet Club. And the original leader of Bullet Club. Clothesline in the corner by Balor. I do like this attire. I wasn't a massive fan of it the first time I saw it, but now it really has grown on me, especially since this is the attire that I actually met Finn Balor in. I have a picture of myself with Finn Balor in this paint. As he throws AJ into the corner and then follows up with the axe handle. AJ reverses with that back elbow and the tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Finn makes his way back to his feet. AJ with the kicks, but Finn blocking, getting him in the front chancery, knee to the face. And following it up with that boot to the side of the head. Knee drop to the back of AJ as well, but AJ managed to get back to his feet. Only to get drop kicked in the back by Finn. AJ with a Pele kick though. Pele kick out of nowhere. Finn's back to his feet and catches AJ with that Lucha Libre style arm drag. And just a boot to the back of the head. Followed up by elbow drop to the back. AJ's back to his feet. The two guys just run into each other. And Finn again with those high kicks. AJ reversing with the clothesline though. And there's Finn with a clothesline of his own. AJ makes his way back to his feet. Trying to build some momentum. However, Finn just again. Just trying to defeat that momentum. Where's Finn? Finn Balor's taking the top off the announce table here. AJ is just taunting him. Telling him to come get some, and that's what Finn's done. Throwing AJ towards the table. What's Finn Balor got planned here? Brings AJ Styles to his feet. And he's got him up in this underhook brainbuster through the announce table. Remember, this is a submissions match. How has this got to this point? As AJ no sells and's back up to his feet. The referee's not even counting. Is there no countouts in a submission match anymore? Well, blatantly, there's no disqualifications in a submissions match anymore. Either, as Finn Balor puts AJ Styles through that announce table. And there's the backbreaker now by Finn. That's completely thrown me off course, that. So if you want to see a really good one go through the announce table, check out I think it was the first episode on the WWE current day roster. That was great. That was Daniel Bryan versus John Cena, and Daniel Bryan puts John Cena on the announce table and goes back and dives off the top turnbuckle. That was a fantastic one. That was. That's the only person I've seen do it so far, computer-wise. Everyone else gets on and puts them through with their finisher maneuver, but yeah, to see. Oh, what a kick that was by Finn Balor. Yeah, but to see Daniel Bryan just place John Cena on that table, then dive off the top turnbuckle. Finn Balor with a gutbuster now, locking in the submission, pulling the arms back. Almost like a seated camel clutch as such. How AJ's going to have to verbally quit here because both his arms are pinned back. Finn has to break the hold. It's a lot of effort to hold that submission. AJ fighting back there, the boot to the stomach of Finn Balor, but Finn again with them high kicks. Catches AJ unaware. Has him up in that scoop slam. And again, just rolling him over, and he's going to go for another submission, just grabbing AJ from under the chin and wrenching on his back. And AJ Styles taps. AJ Styles taps out here to Finn Balor. AJ Styles gives up. See, Finn had done a lot of damage to that back. We saw him brainbuster AJ Styles through the announce table. That's got to do some serious damage to the back, and also locking in that seated camel clutch as well. But finally, AJ Styles has to tap out to that submission. Again, a hip toss. Woo, hip toss. And there it was. AJ's back and just wrenched A lot of damage already been done, and that was the final straw for AJ Styles. Great victory for Finn Balor, taking the upper hand in this rivalry against AJ Styles. Celebrating with the crowd, as he should do. He's been it's not gone too well for him so far against Bullet Club, but this is one of the bigger victories for him, especially against the former NJPW champion as well. And now it's time for our main event this evening. It's Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Matt Jackson of Bullet Club, and we are underway of our main event this evening. As you would have seen over the past few weeks, if you've been keeping up to date with the videos, Zack Sabre Jr. made his debut 3 weeks back now, picking up an easy victory in his debut. However, after the match, he was attacked by the current Global Force Wrestling champion, Kazuchika Okada. We found out subsequently to that the attack was mainly because Okada believed that he should be the focal point of Global Force Wrestling, and around the debut of Zack Sabre Jr., all of the media and the attention was on Zack, so Okada attacked him just to make a point, really. The week after, Zack Sabre Jr. got a chance to take on Okada in the ring one-on-one. Came out on the losing side to Okada. Then last week we saw Okada take on Hideo Itami in the main event. And in that match we saw Zack Sabre Jr. at ringside. Zack was eventually sent away from ringside by the referee, but before then he managed to do enough to distract Okada to allow Hideo to pick up the victory in the long run. So Zack Sabre Jr. doing a very good job here of just working the body of Matt Jackson down, and here he is now just working that arm down. Remember, Zack likes to use that cross arm breaker finisher maneuver and working the arm down early into this match. Of course, Matt Jackson is no pushover. He is currently one half of the Global Force Wrestling Tag Team Champions, along with his brother Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks and of course of Bullet Club. Zack Sabre Jr. there with a 1 count. They did win the championships a couple of weeks back, where they won them back. They originally started with them. They won them back from the South African Pride, Justin Gabriel, I got it right that time, and Angelico. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that Justin Gabriel and Angelico will be looking for a rematch at some point. Matt Jackson obviously looking in this match, of course, to keep building his momentum. Great spear off the apron. Zack Sabre Jr. hit the barricades on the outside. Zack Sabre Jr. be hoping to build up some more momentum. Obviously, he only had 2 matches so far in this universe mode, and has won one and lost, of course, to the Global Force Wrestling champion Okada. Zack just taking the knee of Matt Jackson out, brings him back to his feet, picks him up, and hits him in the Michinoku driver. That's one of Zack Sabre Jr.'s finisher maneuvers. However, using it on the outside of the ring is probably not the wisest thing to do. And now there's again Zack Sabre Jr. working on the arm, makes his way back into the ring. The referee's still counting. Matt Jackson makes his way up there and gets in the ring early enough. I've just realised that Matt Jackson's been busted open. That Michinoku driver on the outside has busted Matt Jackson over. Springboard splash attempt by Zack Sabre Jr. avoided by Matt Jackson, who is up and bleeding quite heavily. Just look at the puddle of blood on the apron. Matt Jackson just turning Zack over and locking in the camel clutch, but Zack was so close to the ropes it was barely worth the energy of Matt. Maybe a little bit dazed. Can happen to you when you get busted open like that. Must have taken a hell of a hit to the head, and as I say hit to the head, there was a great follow through kick by Matt Jackson. Oh, and now Zack Sabre Jr.'s got the arm locked in the armbar. Matt Jackson's pretty central, and it's the arm that Zack Sabre Jr. has been working on. Is Matt Jackson going to tap here? No reverses with the head scissors. I thought he was going to go for like an X Factor there. He brings Zack back to his feet and turns him over for the... He's going up for the tombstone. Matt Jackson hits the tombstone power driver on Zack Sabre Jr. Is that going to be all here? 1, 2, 3, and that is all. Matt Jackson took a beating here, but comes back to defeat Zack Sabre Jr. Zack had a fantastic match, really, on top for most of it. Busted Matt Jackson open as well, with that Mechanuku driver on the outside. But this was the end. Matt Jackson just catches Zack Sabre Jr. from nowhere, picks him up in the tombstone power driver. And here is the Global Force Wrestling Champion, Okada, come out to gloat against the loss of Zack Sabre Jr. But Zack is willing him down to the ring. I think this is a fight for another day. But anyway, guys, that is the end of this episode of Global Force Wrestling's Global Impact. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see any more, check out the description below. You'll find links to all of my other universe modes that are currently going on, as well as a link to the blogs which show all of the results from those. So, yep, I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching once again, and goodbye.